From the Assembly Hall on the campus of the University of Illinois in Champaign, the Illinois High School Association Boys Class AA semifinals are about to begin. And hello again, everyone. I'm Joe Passion, welcoming you back to Assembly Hall. And we are set for the semifinals of the big schools, and they're great players here today. And two teams that will be coming up in this first game. We'll preview those for you in a moment. First, let's review for you how they settled here on the semifinals. And it started with the quarters yesterday. Top-ranked unbeaten Proviso East edging out Collinsville by a deuce to play Westinghouse in this first game here today. Westinghouse an easy winner over East Aurora. And then in the quarterfinals played last night, it was Rockford Boylan edging out Bradley Bourbonnais, and then Peoria Richwoods putting on a show to defeat Stevenson. That's the game that you'll see later here today. Now first, let's preview for you this first semifinal game, and it features a rematch of two teams that played together in a Christmas tournament back in December. Proviso East won that by 3. Now Westinghouse will be the visiting team here today. The Warriors of Coach Roy Condati are 28-3 coming into this game and will be wearing their familiar green and gold. They are the Chicago Public League champions, as Country Company's Main Street shows us what it's like in Chicago. Westinghouse Vocational High School, located on Chicago's west side, has been home to some of the finest pro basketball players, like Mark Aguirre and Hersey Hawkins, to name two. School lots such as this one near the famous K-Town area are the starting point for many of today's would-be stars. The west side still has serene and beautiful Garfield Park, with its lagoon and, yes, even some wild birds calling Chicago home. The Garfield Park Fieldhouse stands as a symbol to the proud heritage of this nearly century-old neighborhood. The Warriors are here, and they are ready to go to war with Proviso East. The Proviso East Pirates, of course, are out of West Suburban Maywood, and they are not only unbeaten at 31-0, but riding a 55-game winning streak for Coach Bill Hitt and the defending Class AA state champions. And as Country Company's Main Street shows us, yes, Maywood has its sights too. It's directly west of Chicago along the Eisenhower Expressway. Named after Colonel William Nichols' daughter, May, Maywood is home to one of the finest medical centers in the world, Loyola. This hospital has been a pioneer in heart transplants and has an impeccable reputation. Many famous alumni have called Proviso East home. Astronaut Eugene Cernan, NFL Hall of Famer Ray Nitschke, and current NBA star Glenn Doc Rivers are just a few. So it'll be the rematch between Westinghouse and Proviso East, the winner advancing to tonight's 8 o'clock championship game. And to send it over to Senate Court, I introduce a couple of winners in their own right, Kenny McReynolds and Tom Stocker.
All right, thank you very much, Joe Passion. And as Joe alluded to, this indeed is a rematch. These two teams met in the semifinals of the very prestigious Proviso West Holiday Tournament. In that ball game, Westinghouse had a 14-point lead. Proviso East won it by 3. So needless to say, Kenny, these two teams are no strangers.
Well, they're no strangers. The two schools are just about 10 minutes apart. They played in the Proviso West Christmas Holiday Tournament. Of course, a lot of these guys played together in the summer.
The Westinghouse Warriors come out of the Chicago Public League, a loaded field this year. They knocked off King to get here, and they are led by an electrifying player. He can do it from the outside. He can drive to the hoop, Kiwan Garris.
Well, Kiwan Garris is an all-state guard. This young man's kind of flashy. You see yesterday, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. This young man can do everything. He does everything for the Westinghouse Warriors. When he has the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous. He's lightning quick. He just turns on the turbo jet, as you see right here, goes up for the dunk. In yesterday's quarterfinal, this young man, he's in the heart and soul of the Westinghouse Warriors.
And he can dominate a ball game. Now, a major factor in Proviso East win over Collinsville yesterday was a serious injury to the Proviso East Pirates' best defensive player, Ray Gay. And, of course, he probably would have picked up Garris. Gay will not be able to start in the ball game.
Well, Westinghouse may catch a break if Gay can't play, but you can't worry about Ray Gay not being here. Westinghouse, they have to stop the Pirates that are on the floor.
Meanwhile, we talked with Westinghouse coach Roy Condati and asked him if his plans change with Gay out of the Proviso East lineup.
That's not going to change our game plan. It may change theirs. I don't know. You'd have to ask Bill that. But when you play Proviso, you don't really play the players, you play the system. And he'll just take someone and he'll plug someone else into that spot, and I'm sure they'll get production out of the spot.
Feel confident then that your team will play this team up and down the floor the way you want it?
We play, we're confident. We're feeling good. The kids, they're focused in on what they want to do, so they're ready to go.
Meanwhile, the Proviso East Pirates, riding the crest of that 55-game winning streak, may just now be getting the respect that many felt they should have had all year. They didn't get the same respect that last year's team got, that's for sure.
Well, of course, last year they had the Three Amigos. This year they're down here in Champaign. They want to prove they're a state championship basketball team. And, of course, Jamal Robinson is the man for Proviso East. He's the man in the middle. As you see yesterday, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 3 block shots. Jamal Robinson is the guy they have to go to in critical situations. He can do so many things. You see down here on the blocks, he can put the ball on the floor. He can go left, he can go right, and of course, he goes up with the left hand.
Now let's take a look at the play where Ray Gay sprained his ankle rather severely.
And I tell you what, if you have a weak stomach, don't look, because this is not a pretty sight. You see Ray going for the breakaway, and all of a sudden he just loses his footing. If you have a weak stomach, now you can look back. Ray Gay will not start today, but I had a chance to walk around Assembly Hall with Ray Gay today. It was a slow walk. My 13 knee operation is his bad foot. He told me he's come too far not to play today.
So obviously, when we talk with Proviso East coach Bill Hitt, we had to ask him, what will Gay's absence mean for Proviso East Ball Club?
Well, normally Ray plays a lot of minutes for us. We're going to start Kevin Jones, who has never started a game for Proviso East in his life, but he'll do a good job. And Walter Flowers, who is one of our first people off the bench, will continue in that role. We tried to not disrupt that at all. And he'll play a few more minutes, I would assume. And a lot depends on how much Ray can do, how comfortable he feels out there. Optimistically, if he's near 100%, he'll be on the court quite a bit. And if he just can't get it done, then we'll go to one of those two guys, or maybe a little smaller lineup, and see if we can extend the court a little bit.
So Kevin Jones will get the start. He's a transfer from Immaculate Conception. He might be the Immaculate substitution.
You just had to get that one in there, didn't you? I knew that was coming.
Let's take a look now at the keys of the ball game in the semifinal game, brought to you by Milk. It does a body good, and by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin.
Well, I think Westinghouse, they want to make this a running gun contest. They do so well when they get up and down the floor. I think Garris has to be creative. When the ball is in his hand and when he can create things, the Warriors are very dangerous. Proviso East, they want to probably keep this a half-court basketball game, especially without Ray Gay, and they have to control David Greer. They cannot let Greer go crazy like he went yesterday. I mean, he was just dominant yesterday, so I think the Pirates want to keep Greer in control.
This is just a dynamite matchup. Two teams that are so very evenly matched. We'll be back and introduce to you the starting lineups for the semifinal game after we take this time out. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Sponsors are Country Companies Insurance, bringing you state tournament action for more than 20 years. The dairy farmers of Wisconsin and Illinois, who remind you to drink milk. It does a body good. And Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
I lent my car to my brother, and he demolished it. 2 years old, didn't have a scratch. Funny, about a month before my agent had recommended this extra keeper coverage, $21 more a year. I remember thinking, well, I probably don't need it, but if you think so, it turns out they gave me a brand new car. This year's model.
Country Companies. It's nice to know when it matters most. The country is behind you.
Guess it's just a matter of trust.
We have the makings of another good crowd building here at the Assembly Hall for the semifinals. And now to introduce the starting lineups, let's go to public address announcer Steve Adams.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups for today's first semifinal game featuring the Warriors of Chicago Westinghouse, entering this game with a record of 28-3, and the Pirates of Proviso East of Maywood, who enter this game with a record of 31-0. At forward for Westinghouse is 6'6" senior number 23, David Greer. At forward for Proviso East is 6' senior number 20, Tony Bartholomew. At the other forward for Westinghouse is 6'1" junior number 20, Travis Weatherspoon. At the other forward for the Pirates, a 6'4" junior number 30, Kevin Jones. At center for the Warriors, a 6'4" senior number 40, Terrence Nicholas. And at center for Proviso East, a 6'5" senior number 40, Jamal Robinson. At one of the guards for Westinghouse, a 6' senior number 44, Kareem Cobbins. And at guard for Proviso East, a 5'8" senior number 10, James Jenkins. At the other guard for Westinghouse, a 6'2" junior number 22, Kiwan Garris. And at the other guard for Proviso East, a 5'10" junior number 22, Kenny Davis. And now introducing the coaches. First for Westinghouse, assistant coaches Frank Grassetto and Chris Head, and the head coach in his 6th season, Roy Kandati. And for Proviso East, assistant coaches Lawrence McCall, Dave Holmes, and Andrew Johnson, and the head coach in his 9th season is Bill Hitt.
So there you have the starting lineups for semifinal game number 1 at the Assembly Hall. Back with the start, one of your network sponsors, the Toyota Dealers of Illinois. And there you see how the starting lineup stack up. Actually, Jones gives them a couple of more inches on the front line, but look at out front, Garris at 6'2" and Kenny Davis at 5'10".
That's an outstanding matchup on paper. But like you say, Jones comes in at 6'4", but he's never played a game. If you get the comparison, of course, field goals Proviso East, 3-point Proviso East, rebounding, size goes to Westinghouse, quickness Proviso East. So we have the makings of a really good basketball game this afternoon.
That's one thing when I looked at those matchups, you realize you are seeing perhaps the 2 best junior guards in the state right here on the same floor.
Yeah, Davis and Greer should be an outstanding matchup. I tell you what, college recruiters all around the country will be keeping a close eye on Kenny Davis and Kiwan Garris.
Jamal Robinson will jump center for Proviso East against David Greer. Boy, what a ball game he had yesterday in the semifinals. And it's won by the Pirates, Tony Bartholomew. There is Kenny Davis, 5'10.5" junior, all Chicago area guard.
And 2-1-2 zone.
Obviously trying to neutralize Jamal Robinson inside. They get it to Robinson. He was double teamed and hit his first shot cleanly.
Well, when you can hit your first shot, that's a pretty good start. Jamal Robinson getting off to the quick start for Proviso East.
It's Kiwan Garris. He likes to drive to the hoop, and that'll be a charge. Stepping in front to take the charge, Tony Bartholomew.
Well, Tony did an outstanding job taking the charge. Garris loves to drive. You want to make him shoot, but he wants to drive, and that's just an outstanding charge taken by Tony Bartholomew.
An indication that after somewhat of a subpar game in the semis yesterday that Garris really wants to take charge in this ball game?
Well, no, because that's the way he plays. You know, last night or yesterday he only had 16 points. boy, but this young man just plays the game of basketball. He's flashy, and that's his style of play.
Bartholomew out front to James Jenkins, who's been a big unsung key for the Pirates. Long on the three, Kenny Davis on the boards. That's Kevin Jones missing his first shot of the ball game. And coming out of there with it is Kareem Cobbins. Whoa. Nearly airmailed it behind Terrence Nicholas. Travis Weatherspoon. He's somebody that can hurt you if you don't pay attention to him. Well, he misses the shot. Rebound, Jamal Robinson. Saving it was Jones. Took his eye off it. Airballing the three was Bartholomew. Provides a with the exception of Robinson's shot, has been ice cold from the field.
Ice cold from the field so far. Just one out of their first three. They go back into man-to-man defense.
There's Greer matched up against Robinson. Cobbins over to Kiwan Garris. Now Nicholas. Garris from 17. Rebound, Weatherspoon. It was halfway down. The rebound, Robinson.
Halfway down, but that won't count. Close only counts in horseshoes.
Nice step to the left for Kenny Davis. Couldn't finish off the shot.
Now this is where Garris is so dangerous. See what he can do on the drive?
The way he can alter himself as he slips by the defender. The shot attempt by Cobbins is blocked. The Pirates on the break. Going down inside Kevin Jones, and he was fouled out on the floor by Greer.
Boy, nice block by Jones on the other end. Just an outstanding block. And the Pirates come down on the fast break, and Greer says, hey, let's slow things up for a minute.
In the first half.
Here it is again. Now watch the block. Westinghouse down low. Should have done a nice little head fake there. A nice little pump fake by Cobbins would have been nice, as you see now at the other end, where Kevin Jones is stopped by David Greer.
Only 2 points so far in the ballgame. That's the bucket by Robinson. It was the first half at Proviso West that Westinghouse built a 14-point lead. Davis for three. Draws iron. Rebound, David Greer. Well, he dominated the boards yesterday. Against East Aurora, he had 11 rebounds to go with his 29 points. There's an air ball from Cobbins. Both teams are strung real tight right now. But off the break, there's Kevin Jones. And there you're seeing a bit of Proviso East future there, too.
Kevin Jones, he almost didn't get up high enough. But Proviso East will take the fast break. Now they're going to double team and put pressure on the basketball in the backcourt.
Weatherspoon had a hurry to beat the 10-second count. Greer from 18. Nice rebound by Nicholas. Greer, good job faking inside Jones. It'll be Proviso East ball.
Boy, believe it or not, Westinghouse 0 for 8 from the field. Here we go in the slam cam. Here comes Jones, gets up, barely makes it.
The rim almost blocked the shot.
Here it is again now. They come down court so quick. They do love to run the basketball up and down the floor. Just barely makes it.
Westinghouse brings in Ronald Dooling, a sophomore guard, and Corey Billups, a 6'5 junior.
Yeah, Billups usually starts. He didn't start this ball game.
Proviso East leading 4-0 about halfway through the first quarter. Semifinal game number 1. Second semifinal game, Peoria, Richwoods, Rockford, Boylan. From the baseline, Jenkins rattles it home. James Jenkins, a 5'8 senior, getting his first 2 averages, just 4 points a ball game.
Westinghouse, they need a basket this trip. Get the ball to Garris or Greer. They need a better shot than that.
Although Greer can hit the 3, but that was not a good shot.
That was not a good shot. They need 2 points desperately. They're 0 for 9.
Davis stepping inside Jamal Robinson. Got it back. Follow-up both there were Bartholomew and Jones.
I think that one would be Jones.
It was Jones who got the bucket, and a timeout call as Proviso East has jumped out to an 8-0 lead. One of your network sponsors, Country Companies Insurance. All right, back at the Assembly Hall, Westinghouse in its second Final Four appearance, and the other time they also lost in the semis to the Pirates. Proviso East, 17 regionals in 21 years, 5th Final Four appearance, chalking up their 6th West Suburban Gold Conference title, 6th consecutive title this year.
Well, you really need a good set of play off the timeout if you're Westinghouse, and they finally get a good play, and they'll have a chance now to go to the free throw line as Terrence Nicholas draws the foul against Jamal Robinson.
Nice pass inside. You can see what Greer can do. He can not only drive, but he can dish it down there as he set up Nicholas, who will go to the line and shoot 2. Nicholas anchors the inside. Always handles the opponent's toughest inside player.
Boy, they needed that free throw. Now maybe that they're on the scoreboard, they can sit back and relax.
And a foul, and they battle for the rebound. It looks like it'll be charged to Corey Billups.
Corey Billups going for the loose ball. Aggressive rebounding, but he came down on the back of Jamal Robinson.
3 minutes, 47 seconds ago in the first quarter. Proviso East leading by 7. As they continue to work around the perimeter of that Westinghouse zone. Davis, top of the key. His 3 is short. Coming out of there, Ronald Dooley. Ahead to Garris. Pulls up for 3. No. Rebound underneath. Billups had it. It's out of bounds off Billups. It'll be Proviso East ball.
Everything going Proviso East away today so far. Here it is again. Billups had the ball in his hands, trying to go up with it, slipped right out of his hands. And once again, I hate to say it again, but a new basketball, guys just can't control it.
Still a little sheen on those new rocks. That plus the obvious, even though you played a game here yesterday, you know the stakes are even higher this afternoon, and the butterflies are that much bigger in your stomach. Maybe the size of eagles.
Yeah, but now, you've played 6 minutes in the game. You should be calmed down by now as we have a turnover.
That one was just airmailed to the tuba section.
It was very interesting to see in the paper today where Doug Collins, the former Chicago Bulls coach, is here. He wants to know why they're playing with the new basketball also.
Westinghouse still looking for its first field goal. It played over 5 minutes.
Just a rifle shot. Boy, what a rifle pass to Garris down low. Here it is again. Watch the rifle pass to Garris. But he's hit from behind there by Kenny Davis. Boy, just a rifle shot. You really don't need to rifle the ball in there that hard.
There you see the team foul situation. The second there chalked up for the Pirates. As they clear it out front to Billups, and they hand it off to Dooley, the sophomore. Here's Garris looking for the trade. No, and no rebounding help there for Westinghouse. And coming out of there with it is Davis. Davis dishes off down low to Robinson. He tried to dump it off. He was able to find Bartholomew. East hitting the boards hard.
Are you going to call 3 seconds or a foul? Because Robinson just laid in the lane. Here it is again now. Here's Kenny Davis. Really great penetration. A lot of contact down low. Now, look, you see the man laying right there in the lane? But the foul's going to go against Corey Billups on the rebound, reaching in. Boy, I thought they may have called a 3-second violation because you had a Pirate just laying in the lane.
Kevin Jones picking up his 5th point of the ball game. Was not eligible the first semester. There you see coming into the finals, he was shooting 62% from the line. And Robinson was able to wrestle it away and get it out to Davis.
Boy, I tell you, an all-stater will find a way. And you saw right there, Jamal Robinson just found a way to keep the ball alive. And Proviso East will now come away with 2.
That's a 2 for Kenny Davis, his first 2 of the ball game. Proviso East leads 11-1. And they still don't have a field goal. Looked like a certain layup for Nicholas, and it rimmed off.
0 for 11.
They have now gone over 6 minutes without a field goal. But remember, Proviso East had a 10-point lead at the end of their first quarter against Collinsville yesterday, and that was a heck of a ball game before it was over. Long 3 missed for Davis. Maybe not the shot they wanted, but they're still trying to loosen up that zone inside a little bit for Robinson to work more effectively. 6.5 minutes gone. Still no shot going in. Billups, and finally it falls in for Greer with 1:20 left to go.
Their first field goal in 14 attempts. Oh, what a move by Garris. Oh, what a move.
So they go that long without it, and quickly like that, they get 2 in a row. Garris getting his first points of the game. It's 11-5.
This young man can create his own shot, and you saw it right there. What I mean, goes behind the back. Just unbelievable.
Under a minute now for the first quarter. As the Pirates spread it out, stretching out that zone.
They're going to make him come out and play him man-to-man.
And they got their wish. There you see the situation, the score, and the clock. Semifinal game number 1. Proviso East has won 55 in a row. They're 31-0. They've done last year's team one better, and that last year's team, of course, had the one loss against Rock Island. But last year, everybody basically conceded the tournament to Proviso East. It was theirs to lose. This year, not the case. In fact, this Proviso East Ball Club, Kenny, is convinced that nobody thinks they're any good.
Oh, yeah. That's all they talk about, coming down here trying to gain the respect. And I tell you what, I think they have the respect down here in Champaign this weekend. They're playing some outstanding basketball.
Under 3 seconds, not a good shot there at all for Bartholomew as the first quarter ends. And Westinghouse can count its blessings. It is not totally out of the ball game. A lot of time left. They trail by 6. At halftime of this game, we'll have our first Class A finals ever in the Country Company's three-point showdown. There you see the finalists: Mike Aben of Salmonock, Scott Aiken of Mount Morris, Brian Rhodes, Garrett Allison. There is Garrett Allison of Riverton in his qualifying here on Thursday. And we will have that at halftime. That's Scott Aiken there at Mount Morris. Westinghouse down by 6, and they turn it over.
Well, you just can't shoot him in like that. Nicholas with the rifle pass. Look at the shooting. 2 out of 15, 13%. 5 out of 16, 31% for Proviso East.
But still, the amazing thing is, Kenny, Westinghouse far from being out of this ball game.
Oh, there's plenty of basketball to be played, and let's face it, you know that the Warriors will shoot better in the second quarter.
Westinghouse gets the ball back. You just say after that quarter is you tell the Warriors, just put that behind you. It's history.
Just play basketball.
Dooling pulls up and hits the shot.
Now they need a good defensive stance.
Now they're only down by 4.
Ray Gay is checking in at the next dead ball.
Tony Bartholomew out front now to James Jenkins.
Matchup zone.
Bartholomew hit 18 against Westinghouse, hitting 2 key threes down the stretch. His turnaround shot good. Tony Bartholomew as he gets his first field goal.
Big shot by Tony Bartholomew. Nice turnaround jump shot. Proviso East just playing an outstanding basketball game so far today. As Jamal Robinson, great anticipation.
Pass was telegraphed by Dooling. They get it down court. Kevin Jones' shot won't go. The rebound, Kiwan Garris. Garris pulls up. A little low angle on the shot coming out of there, Kenny Davis. Ahead on the break to Robinson, who finishes it off.
Well, I didn't think Proviso East would run and gun with Westinghouse, boy, but everything has been going their way as Jamal Robinson just flies down the court.
Dooling gives it on a high post to Nicholas. They go weak side with it. High rainbow for Phillips, missed everything. Greer, the one-hander rims off. He's still cold. Nicholas has the ball knocked away.
Oh, great move here by Ken Davis. You know, if he takes a step, he runs into Garris and draws the foul. He stops. Just outstanding.
They leave Bartholomew open, and he makes him pay. He gets the 3. And Proviso East is up by 11.
And I think he gave a great assist to Kenny Davis for having enough basketball knowledge to know he had to stop and regain composure and then come on down on offense.
Dooling shot won't go. Robinson the rebound. Jamal Robinson. Last year, remember, he was the transfer from St. Joseph's. And Bill Hitt says, hey, I don't know what kind of team we would be this year if Jamal Robinson is at St. Joe's. I said, heck, we'd probably be talking about St. Joe being here.
Now you see Proviso East, if they don't have it, they take their time, make it a half-court basketball game, work the ball around the perimeter and try to get it down low.
They find the open man again. It's Kevin Jones. He has 7.
Not bad for a guy that's not a starter.
And Westinghouse falls in timeout as they have fallen down by 13. Just a little while ago, they were within 4. One of your network sponsors, the Dairy Farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Transportation for our crew is provided by Budget Rent-A-Car. Budget Rent-A-Car is right in your neighborhood with over 45 Chicagoland and Central Illinois locations. The smart money is on budget. A 9-0 run here for Proviso East. It was a 4-point game. They now lead, as you see, 20-7. With less than 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, and Westinghouse trying to regroup again. Skip pass by Weatherspoon. They get it down to Greer on the baseline. Greer with 4.
Well, Greer had an outstanding game yesterday. He needed that jump shot to get things going.
They did a good job moving the ball around and finding the open man.
Well, one thing the Warriors have to do is stop the Pirates on defense. You know, I mean, you give up easy shots like that. So now they want to go. Nice rifle pass. Oh, what a basket.
As Weatherspoon draws the foul from Jamal Robinson.
See, that's why I say keep the ball in the hands of Garris. See, Garris with the rebound, coming right into your living room, coming down court. No look pass, just a rifle shot right there to Travis Weatherspoon for the easy layup and the foul. But when you keep the ball in Garris's hand, anything can happen.
But 2 things. One reason, that's what Westinghouse loves to do. But right now, Proviso East is shooting well and not turning the ball over a lot. Right. And the 3-point play for Weatherspoon, his first points of the ball game, and it's an 8-point game.
Man-to-man defense now for Westinghouse coming out of that 2-1-2 zone. Oh, Robinson had pretty good position. They can't get it to him. Now they do.
Corey Chandler, they get it down inside, and Gay is fouled. Left his feet pretty well on that bum ankle.
Yeah, he really did. Weatherspoon over with the foul on Ray Gay. Jamal Robinson, nice bounce pass. Uses the baseline for the bounce pass over to Ray Gay. Bad ankle and all. Ray went up pretty well, but he was fouled by David Greer.
5th team foul on Westinghouse. Like in the college game, the bonus begins on the 7th. Ray Gay, 3rd leading scorer for Proviso East, averaging over 13 points a ball game. And 8 points and 5 rebounds yesterday against Collinsville. Goes 1 for 2 from the line there. 21-12 Pirates. Greer kicks it back outside to Cobbins. Weatherspoon, bad pass.
Trying to get it down low.
Davis, as Westinghouse gets back quickly on defense. Davis pulls up. Greer, the strong rebound, lost it on the floor. Picked up, and getting it out of there is Chandler. Davis is open for 3. Yes!
Nice move by Chandler, right? Takes a couple of dribbles in, kicks it back out for the 3, and you get a block there.
Weatherspoon blocked on the play, not getting position in time was Davis. He gets his 2nd.
Kenny Davis trying to get there for the block. Here it is again now. He tried to draw the charge, but he's moving. You have to be stationary. Just slides over. Didn't quite get there.
Stretched out that leg at the very end. Proviso East has doubled the output of Westinghouse so far as Billups goes out. And Terrence Nicholas comes in for Westinghouse. Westinghouse has had a couple of games like this. They had a ball game as a mental mistake like that by Greer. They had a game against Marshall where they were absolutely outplayed at every phase of the game. In fact, Greer had 2 free throws in that game that barely hit the square on the backboard.
Well, you have games like that. Some days everything works right, and other days you couldn't buy a bucket.
Going down was Chandler, but he was able to get back up and get a fresh dribble. From the corner, Ray Gay for three.
Well,
ankle, one ankle.
One thing's for sure, the ankle hasn't affected his shooting touch.
Garris penetrates and gets it in off the glass.
See, if you let Garris drive, again, you're asking for trouble. You have to get in front of Garris, take a charge, or make him pass the ball out or make him shoot. When you let him drive, you're asking for trouble.
Proviso East by 13 with under 3 minutes now for the first half.
Coming out of the stack, curl.
Out front, Dante Parker over to Walter Flowers. So far, the Pirates with 3 3-pointers. Westinghouse has gone 0 for 2. Chandler turned aside there by Weatherspoon, but gets it down to Robinson, and it crawls in over the iron.
Oh, yeah, see, Jamal Robinson was left all alone down low. Somebody switched off Robinson and forgot to have somebody pick him up on the switch.
He has 6. Proviso East by 15.
So got to kick that back out to Garris.
Cobbins was out of control. Greer. It came back home for him.
Yeah, Cobbins really was out of control. But David Greer right there picking up the basketball and coming away with the 2 points.
That's a good sign for Westinghouse as his scoring starts coming alive. A blocking foul called there on the Pirates' Corey Chandler.
Well, Corey Chandler saying, wait a minute now, what did I do?
Proviso East right now shooting 46%. Westinghouse still struggling at 28% from the field. There's Robinson getting a breather, and coming in for him was Kevin Jones.
A well-deserved breather for Jamal Robinson.
Neither team in the bonus, though. The next foul for Westinghouse will put the Pirates at the line, but there's only a minute and a half left, and there's a turnover as Greer comes up with a basketball. Ooh, nice dribble move to get to the front court by Parker.
Really
and he
nice
finishes
move.
off the play.
Well, when you can finish off the play, that's what you want to do, Witherspoon.
Great pass to Weatherspoon. It's 29-18. Here in the waning moments of the first half. Semifinal game number 1. The winner plays for the title. The loser plays for third place. Nice dish inside, and laying it up and in was Gay. His first 2-point field goal. He has now got 6.
Well, it's obvious that the ankle is okay. Ray Gay having no ill effects of what looked to be a very bad sprain.
The 3 good for Weatherspoon.
Well, that'll get you back in the ball game in a hurry. If Weatherspoon can shoot like that.
He has 8. It's a 10-point game. Under 40 seconds.
Do you hold for one shot? I think I would. You have a 10-point lead, go down maybe 12 or 13.
You at least would like to keep the lead at double digits. You don't want to make a mistake here. Let Westinghouse score and get it back in the single digits and get a little momentum.
No, that's why they're going for one shot.
Proviso East 31-21. Ooh, Chandler got away with a push-off there. And he lost the ball. 4.6 seconds remaining. It's a held ball. It'll go to Proviso East. They're going to break.
Well, I think you bring Kenny Davis back in to run the show for the last couple of minutes because Chandler's out of control, trying to control the point guard position.
And they're going to bring Robinson in for, of course, some height inside. So Davis and Robinson come in. Chandler and Parker go out.
This is an offensive substitution with 4.6 seconds to go. You bring your best 2 offensive guns back in.
We'll put it in on the baseline, and Chandler will trigger the play. That's Jones airmailing it, and Westinghouse
At the end of the first half,
trails by 10 at halftime. So Proviso East with a 31-21 lead, taking advantage of a 9-0 run early in the second quarter to open up a 4-point game.
Well, one thing for sure, everything's going Proviso East away in the first half, shooting 46%. But for Westinghouse, one thing's for sure, as we know, they'll have to have a much better second half if they want to get to the championship game tonight.
Let's go down now to Joe Passion, who's got Roy Condelli.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. Roy, obviously a lot to discuss in the halftime locker room. Give us an idea of what that's going to be.
Well, I don't think we can play any worse. To tell you the truth, I don't think we're in bad shape. We played as poorly as we've played in a long time, and we're only down 10 points, and we've been there before. So we'll get it straightened out. We'll come back the second half.
Any particular adjustment that stands out in your mind?
Well, we just got disgusted there for a while. You know, things weren't falling. The ball wasn't going in the basket. We started to rush our shots. We just got impatient. We just got to get back to the game we want to play, keep our composure on offense, and I think we'll be okay.
All right, go get him. Thank you very much, and we'll send it back over to center court to Kenny and Tom.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. Coming up, we'll have the three-point shooting contest with one of your network sponsors, True Value Hardware Stores.
We are back down here on the floor of Assembly Hall, and what you're seeing are players warming up for the Class A three-point shootout. Country Companies Insurance has brought these kids together, and you're going to see the best of the long-range shooters of Illinois here, folks, so it's certainly worth staying around. Later on, we will preview for you the second half, as well as highlight the summary of the first half of this Proviso East game against Westinghouse. But each halftime of our games here throughout Saturday will include the three-point semifinals, and then of course the final two will go and shoot it out for the championship of their individual class later tonight in the championship game, and then it'll be the King of the Hill contest. I'm really looking forward to that. That's the best of Class A against the best of Class AA. Now that's going to be the best fun of it all, and you're going to see these kids warming up here. Now, to give you an idea of who they are and how they got here. Remember now, when we talked about this earlier, these are kids that started their preliminaries way back during the regular season. They had to shoot out against kids all throughout the state, and then Thursday night, 32 Class A and Class AA kids came together and came out here for their finals. While these kids warming up, we'll go and take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll see the final four of Class A's three-point shootout from Assembly Hall after this message from our local stations.
Minor correction, in case you have not already figured it out, the shooters will use the north basket for this contest. And once again, each participant will have 1 minute to shoot 5 balls from 3 spots around the three-point arc. Each made basket counts as 1 point, and the top shooter with the highest point total will be the 1992 Class A champion. And he will advance to tonight's King of the Hill contest against the Class AA winner. More competition will be happening throughout the day in this Happening 92.
Welcome back to Assembly Hall, and what you're looking at here is our halftime score of our semifinal game, with Proviso East in the locker room with a healthy lead over Westinghouse. Joe Passion back with you down on the floor, and you'll have a chance to see the boys Class A three-point shootout semifinals. This is the final four of the long-distance shooters throughout Illinois, and they are warming up here down on the court, getting set to go. These 4 finalists include Mike Abens of Salmonok, Scott Akins of Mount Morris, Brian Rhodes of Whitehall, and Garrett Allison of Riverton. These will be the final 4 that will shoot it up for the Country Companies Insurance three-point shootout award. All the players will get plaques for their performances here, and the final 2 will stay warm and get ready for what will be the Class A shootout finals at halftime of the game later today. So this will be all a lot of fun, and this is where the kids really start to get the pressure on. Now, 32 of these kids were out here on Thursday night getting ready And now it's down to 4. The first shooter from Mount Morris High School will be Scott Aiken. Or check that, will be Mike Avens of Salmonau. Now they have 5 basketballs in each rack. You can see the position the racks are in, much like you've seen in the NBA three-point contest. They have 1 minute to shoot them up. They get 1 point for each basket made. There is no bonus ball like you are maybe familiar with the NBA shootout. Every basketball that makes it to the hoop counts for 1. And Avens is on a roll now. He's starting to get into a rhythm. We're going to talk to Mike as soon as he gets off. Look at this rhythm, folks. He's really got it now. And it's so much in the legs. A little bit too heavy. Mike Avens of Salmonau.
10 points for Mike Avens of Salmonau. And our second shooter is Scott Aiken of Mount Morris.
I've got Mike down over here on the court, and maybe I can get one of our cameras on us, and we'll talk to him real briefly about the shooting. While we look at Mount Morris and Scott Aiken down there, give us a little idea of your shooting. It seemed like you got in a rhythm there for a while, Mike.
Yeah, I got in a good rhythm. It helps get in a rhythm early. That way, you know, you get your feet set. Once your feet get in the rhythm, that's what it takes to get a couple in a row. I was hoping I could get, you know, double figures and put a little bit of pressure on these guys.
All right, we'll find out how the rest of your competitors do. Congratulations, nice job. Scott Aiken of Mount Morris. He is on a roll here from the top of the key. In fact, you'll notice how Scott is really taking his time. He knows he's got a minute. It lasts longer than it might think. And now on his final rack. Seven seconds left on the clock on his final basketball. Scott Aiken of Mount Morris.
9 points for Scott Aiken.
Aiken with 9 points.
Our third shooter
trailing Avens, and then from Whitehall High School, Brian Rhodes. Rhodes on his first rack. Again, each ball is 1 point. Up to 15 points can be scored. Brian Rhodes on his second rack. 19.9 inches. The three-point line here in high school basketball. And Brian Rhodes is getting on that rhythm. This is what this contest is all about, getting that rhythm. There's Rhodes, he's on his last basketball. And Brian Rhodes gets a big hand from the crowd here as he got hot from the first rack on.
10 points for Brian Rhodes.
Brian Rhodes now tied for the lead with Mike Avens with 10 points. And our final shooter of the Final Four, here is Garrett Allison of Rivertown High School. Each basket, 1 point. Allison now with 3 out of the first 4 balls. 3 out of 5 on the first rack for Allison. Now his rhythm a bit off from the top of the key, but he sinks that last ball, and now on his final rack. Allison gets hot with this rack, and he possibly continues on. Garrett Allison of Riverton.
And Garrett Allison of Riverton with 8 points. And
8 points.
A tie.
And now we have a tie
Mike Evans of Salmonau
with 10 points.
Rhodes of Whitehall, North Green.
Mike Evans of Salmonau and Scott Aiken, and Brian Rhodes rather, of Whitehall. So now they will move the racks further out here in the corner. They're going to try and make this a little bit more difficult this time around. And here's Mike Avens of Salmonau, and he's shooting from the baseline. This is where the shots get a little bit more difficult. you can see, Mike having his problems there on that baseline J. He likes that side, though. Abens had 10 points in the first round. They go 2 racks from the baseline.
3 points for Mike Abens.
3 points for Mike Abens. Now here's Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green High School. Rhodes needs 3 to tie. There's 2 of them. He could do it on this first rack. Brian Rhodes has 2. Needs 1 more to tie. He's got it. This one will win it for him. Or maybe this one will. Has 2 more basketballs to shoot from. 1 more. Otherwise, we're going into OT, baby. And we are. So both Mike Abens of Salmonac and Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green tie with 3 points.
Mike Abens of Salmonac.
Brian Rhodes just walked by me and put his hand around his throat, but with a smile. Okay, here is Mike Abens of Salmonac. Now this is the corner he had difficulty with his last time, but he sinks his first and his third. Boy, he found the range here in a hurry. And he's got 4 of 5 in that first rack. Mike Abens of Salmonac finding the range. So 5 points for Mike Abens of Salmonac High School. 2 better than his last time around. And here we see Brian Rhodes again. Brian beginning to look for that touch he had earlier from this corner. Gets just 1. He needs 4 out of this 5. He needs the rest of them right here. And so Brian Rhodes realizes he will not be able to get it. Throws up an air ball. And Mike Abens of Salmonac High School.
Champion is Mike Abens of Salmonac. We'll have your awards presentation immediately.
The players, all Final 4, the Class A 3-point shootout members, will go out to center court. They get a plaque from Jim Flynn and a representative of Country Companies Insurance, the sponsor of this contest.
We direct your attention to mid-court for the presentation of the 1992 Class A Country Companies
3-point showdown awards. Presenting plaques to the top 4 finishers will be Ray Martin of Raymond, Illinois, the Country Company's top multi-line agent in
Ray
Illinois.
Martin of Country Companies will be presenting the award. He is one of Country Companies Insurance top salesmen. Gary Allison of Riverton gets a plaque. He makes it to the Final 4.
The 3rd place finisher is Scott Aiken of Mount Morris.
Scott Aiken of Mount Morris finishing 3rd.
The 2nd place finisher is Brian Rhodes of Whitehall.
Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green, and of course the man that will go to the finals, Mike Abens of Salmonac. Mike will later on shoot it out with the finalists from the Class AA shootout for the King of the Hill contest, and maybe we'll get a quick word in with Mike Abens before he leaves the court. We'll then go to a break, come back and preview the second half. We will not have time for that, so we'll go right to a commercial break, and we will be back to preview the second half of Proviso East. Halftime lead here over Westinghouse in the Class AA semifinals from Assembly Hall, and we'll be back after this timeout. Garrett Allison of Riverton.
Garrett Allison of Riverton with 8 points. And
8 points.
A tie.
And now we have a tie with 10 points.
Rhodes of Whitehall North Green.
Mike Abens of Salmonac and Scott and Brian Rhodes, rather, of Whitehall. So now they will move the racks further out here in the corner. They're going to try and make this a little bit more difficult this time around. And here's Mike Avens of Salmonok. And he's shooting from the baseline. This is where the shots get a little bit more difficult. And as you can see, Mike having his problems there on that baseline J. He likes that side, though. Avens had 10 points in the first round. They go 2 racks from the baseline.
3 points for Mike Avens.
3 points for Mike Avens. Now here's Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green High School. Rhodes needs 3 to tie. There's 2 of them. He could do it on this first rack. Brian Rhodes has 2. Needs 1 more to tie. He's got it. This one will win it for him. Or maybe this one will. Has 2 more basketballs to shoot from. 1 more. Otherwise, we're going into OT, baby. And we are. So both Mike Avens of Salmonok and Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green tie with 3 points.
Mike Avens of Salmonok.
Brian Rhodes just walked by me and put his hand around his throat, but with a smile. Okay, here is Mike Avens of Salmonok. Now this is the corner he had difficulty with his last time, but he sinks his first and his third. Boy, he found the range here in a hurry. And he's got 4 of 5 in that first rack. Mike Avens of Salmonok finding the range. So 5 points for Mike Avens of Salmonok High School. 2 better than his last time around. And here we see Brian Rhodes again. Brian beginning to look for that touch he had earlier from this corner. Gets just 1. He needs 4 out of this 5. He needs the rest of them right here. And so Brian Rhodes realizes he will not be able to get it. Throws up an air ball. And Mike Avens of Salmonok High School.
A champion is Mike Avens of Salmonok. We'll have your awards presentation immediately.
The players, all Final 4, the Class A 3-point shootout members, will go out to center court. They get a plaque from Jim Flynn and a representative of Country Companies Insurance, the sponsor of this contest.
We direct your attention to mid-court for the presentation of the 1992 Class A Country Companies
3-point showdown awards. Presenting plaques to the top 4 finishers will be Ray Martin of Raymond, Illinois, the Country Company's top multi-line agent in
Ray
Illinois.
Martin of Country Companies will be presenting the award. He is one of Country Companies Insurance top salesmen. Gary Allison of Riverton gets a plaque. He makes it to the Final 4.
The 3rd place finisher is Scott Aiken of Mount Morris.
Scott Aiken of Mount Morris finishing 3rd.
The 2nd place finisher is Brian Rhodes of Whitehall.
Brian Rhodes of Whitehall North Green, and of course the man that will go to the finals, Mike Avens of Salmonok. Mike will later on shoot it out with the finalists from the Class AA shootout for the King of the Hill contest, and maybe we'll get a quick word in with Mike Avens before he leaves the court. We'll then go to a break, come back and preview the second half. We will not have time for that, so we'll go right to a commercial break, and we will be back to preview the second half of Proviso East. Halftime lead here over Westinghouse in the Class AA semifinals from Assembly Hall, and we'll be back after this timeout. All right, back down here on the floor, you see our halftime score leading into the Class AA semifinal, and the second half, we'll have that for you in a moment. But with me, Mike Evans of Salmonok High School, who is the Class A Country Company's three-point shootout champion. Tell us a little bit about the legs, how important that was for you.
Well, getting my feet set, that's a real key for me. I just try to get my feet in motion, get them squared up, and that does a lot for my shot to get me into rhythm.
Well, this is the final four of Class A shootout right here, folks. And guys, you all did a great job. Enjoy the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, we'll see you later on tonight. In the meantime, we'll send it back over to center court to Tom Stocker and Kenny McReynolds.
All right, thank you very much, Joe. It is a 10-point lead for Proviso East at halftime, 31-21. And if you're Westinghouse, you say you probably played as miserable basketball as you have all year, but you're not out of the basketball game.
But you're only 10 points down. But Proviso East, they came out in a hurry. Kevin Jones, his first start at Proviso East on the big layup, giving Proviso East the big 4-0 lead. But when you have Garris for Westinghouse, you make him drive, you let him drive, you're asking for trouble. This young man is great with creating. Of course, Jamal Robinson, you talk about creating, he creates his own shot there, going across the lane for the layup. Travis Witherspoon on the fast break. Look at this nice fast break. Witherspoon with the layup. Once again, Garris leading the way. Ray Gay, well, he didn't start. He had a badly injured ankle, but he drained the three-point field goal from the corner. Ray Gay showing that he can play. And once again, Westinghouse with the steal and the fast break. Nice behind-the-back move by Greer. Nice bullet pass down to Witherspoon for the layup. And I would be very interested to see what Bill Hitt has to play to say, especially with this long halftime. And Joe has Bill Hitt.
All right, thanks very much, Kenny. Bill, a little bit of idea of what you went over at halftime.
Well, they're starting to run the ball a little bit, and we have to be better at getting back on defense, finding our men sooner. We gave them a couple transition baskets, and you can't give Westinghouse a single one. So that's what we went over at halftime.
All right, go get him, Coach. Thanks very much, Bill Hitt. And we will be back with the tip-off of the second half right after this timeout from Assembly Hall, site of America's original March Madness.
As we start the third quarter, Chicago Westinghouse possession. Proviso East nested by number 30, Kevin Jones.
And we're back. In action now here in the third quarter. Kevin Jones has just scored off a break for Proviso East. Coming back to Juan Garris missing, and the rebound taken out of there by Kenny Davis.
Boy, that was a long halftime because of the great three-point shooting competition. But if I'm Bill Hitt, I want to get this second half started quickly because my team, we're playing very well. That, I think, the timeout would be to the advantage of Roy Condati and Westinghouse, giving them time to draw up plays like that one.
A two-pointer for Greer. He gets two. Had a toe on the line. He has 8. Yeah, you're Westinghouse. You feel like, hey, this is a brand-new ball game almost.
Exactly.
Well, they're still down by 10 a minute into the third quarter.
See now, Proviso East going into their half-court game. They don't have to run and gun, and I don't think you want to run and gun with Westinghouse. As you heard Hitt tell Joe, they got into that transition game, and that's Westinghouse's type of basketball game.
It's another big contrast to the Proviso East team of last year. Robinson hangs, draws the foul, banks in the shot.
Great hang time by Jamal Robinson. Oh, boy, I tell you, I know the people at Northern Illinois University are very, very happy. And you can see hang time like that.
Nicholas picked up the foul. Robinson has been the heart of this ball club for Proviso East this year, whereas last year he was indeed a role player. Completes the three-point play. He now has 9.
By the way, you mentioned last year's team. Donnie Boyce, Sherelle Ford, and who's the third one? The three amigos. Boyce,
Ford, and
Finley.
Michael Finley.
I'm looking at all three of them. I just didn't get their names out, but the three amigos are here.
They've been here all weekend. On the offensive boards, Nicholas can't get the shot to fall, but he was fouled from behind. I was talking about the contrast to Proviso East this year and last year. Last year, of course, it was showtime.
It was showtime.
Fast break basketball, slamming, jamming.
Okay.
This is number 40, Terrence Nicholas at the line.
Nicholas at the line.
2 shots.
Had only 1 point in the first half. Nicholas is the kind of player who doesn't have to score for Westinghouse to be successful. He rebounds. That's what they need him to do, as he gets 1 out of 2. And it's a 12-point Proviso East lead.
Double teaming the basketball, but now you have to fall back. Warriors do a good job once the Pirates break the double team.
Kenny Davis now sets it up. Just about 2 minutes gone. Davis decides to take the three and hits it.
You know, he's only 5'10" if you stretch him. Boy, but he will be an all-state player next season.
Davis with 8, including 2 trays. That ups the lead now to 15. Garris had the shot blocked as he tried to fake his way up for the shot. And a loose ball foul call.
Loose ball foul call. You can hear the official saying on the floor, look at Bill Hitch saying, use your head, guys. We're up 39-24. Let's use our heads.
Coming in now for Westinghouse, Ronald Dooley. A foul charge of Bartholomew, his first. Greer was on the line. The shot was short. Underneath on the offensive boards. That's what Nicholas can do well for you.
Nicholas does so many things well, you know, that not really pretty, and he won't receive a lot of recognition. Boy, but he's a heads-up basketball player.
Jenkins didn't like the numbers. They find Robinson. He takes the free throw line jumper over Greer. And Weatherspoon tracks down the loose ball rebound. You sense Westinghouse again getting ready to mount another run. Feel them in the flow. And there's Garris, rejected by Jones. Garris can't get the shot to fall, but he'll go to the line as he drew the foul.
Boy, I tell you, you know Westinghouse shooting will have to get better, but look at Garris. He's just unreal. Here's Garris at the top of the key. You want to see a nice block by Kevin Jones with the left hand, saying, get out of here. But Westinghouse maintains possession of the basketball. Good ball movement. Garris in the lane. Nice little head fake, and Jamal Robinson with the arm. And that's 3 on Jamal Robinson, who will now take a seat.
There you see Robinson heading to the bench with 5:08 left to go, and that is an opportunity for Westinghouse.
Big opportunity for Westinghouse. Now down court on offense, you look for Westinghouse to get the ball down low to David Greer to take advantage of Jamal Robinson being on the bench.
Take a look. Garris well under his average, but he can get so torrid hot in a half that he can get that average back easily. In fact, one ball game against Orr earlier this year, he had 26 of his 28 in the second half. From the free throw line, Jones. It rims off to the hands of David Greer. Ahead, Greer lost, poked away from behind, and coming up with the steal is Kenny Davis.
Oh, nice
Davis
pass.
trying to dish down to Bartholomew on the baseline. It's last touch by Westinghouse. We've got a break in the action with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Proviso East leads by 11. One of your network sponsors is Radisson Suites.
Back Friday.
Back at the Assembly Hall, Proviso East leading by 11 with 4:45 left. Tom Stalker, Kenny McReynolds with you. Proviso East basketball, Bartholomew. And it's cleared out front by Flowers, who gives it out to Jenkins.
Proviso East running their half-court offense. Like we said earlier, I don't think you want to get into a run and gun transition game with Westinghouse, especially with Garris. And if the numbers aren't there, Proviso East will not run. Of course, they're comfortable running if they have the numbers.
Because earlier in this quarter, you sense Westinghouse getting more comfortable and wanting to get into its up-tempo game.
Exactly. So the Pirates are smart enough not to let the game get out of control.
Remember, no shot clock at the high school level, folks. So they could hold it until the finals.
Well, much too early to stall. They're just looking for good shots, an open man. Keep the ball in the hands of Kenny Davis.
Total contrast now from the Proviso East team of last year. But that's what this team says. Hey, we're not last year.
Right,
we're our own team.
Yeah, they can't worry about last year. Last year's trophy is back in Maywood. They're trying to get the 92 trophy.
And a reach-in foul as the ball got loose for a moment. Picking up the foul is Weatherspoon, and he gets his second.
Boy, and Witherspoon, you can just look at his face. He said, oh, my goodness, as he hits James Jenkins in the face inadvertently, just actually ran into him. That's a pretty good defensive stance by Westinghouse, but you also have to give East credit. They ran some clock.
There's Corey Chandler, the 6'1 senior, who averages 5 points a game coming in. We talk about the 55-game streak, the undefeated season. Of course, this is the 20th anniversary of the first of back-to-back titles for that great Thornridge team that wound up winning 58 in a row. Winning 2 titles along the way, and that is a danger of the delay game. Take a look. Lawrenceville, of course, held the longest. Quincy came by and erased Thornridge streak, and there's Proviso East right now with 55 and working. And it'll still be Westinghouse basketball.
Well, see, Ronald Dooling can't force it to get it down low. What he's trying to do is get it down low to David Greer with Jamal Robinson being on the bench. But if it's not there, reverse the basketball, get some movement, and let Greer work from side to side. Let him run block to block.
They'll do it again on the baseline as Greer banged it out of bounds off the Pirate leg. 3:04 left in the third period. 11-point Proviso East lead as Weatherspoon jammed a pass into heavy traffic. Saving it is Nicholas.
Again, trying to force it. If it's not there, don't force it.
And there's an alert heads-up play by Corey Chandler as the ball wound up loose.
Or the old schoolyard play. Here it is again. See now, trying to rifle that ball down low, and if it's not there, why not reverse the basketball but give Chandler credit? The old schoolyard play off the chest of Garris.
I was always the guy they bounced it off of. Inside, the leader won't roll in for Flowers. And coming out of there, Kuwan Garris.
Oh, stop the basketball.
Garris
somebody.
all the way to the hoop.
Nobody stopped the basketball.
That's just what Garris loves to do. He has 8. It's a 9-point Proviso East lead. The lead's down to single digits. And sensing that, Proviso East calls a timeout. And as Bartholomew was calling a timeout, Garris knocked the ball away before the whistle had blown.
Oh, boy, I tell you, Garris had knocked the ball away. He thought he had the basketball stolen, and the official had already given the timeout to Proviso East.
2.5 minutes remaining, and we're going to take you inside the huddles here eventually and see what. Well, instead, we have found the 3 amigos of Proviso East team last year, and with them is Joe Passion.
All right, guys, I'm going up into the grandstands. Sherelle, why don't you come out here? We've got the 3 amigos from last year, and what we have is some highlights. Michael Finley, come on up here and stand up, and I get to stand up behind them, and this is the first time that I will ever look taller than 3 former All-Americans. Guys, what about last year? You're back here. What does it seem like, Michael?
It's great to be back here watching the team, keeping the winning tradition on. We're back here backing them up all the way.
Sherelle?
Well, I feel the same with Mike feel, back here backing them up all the way,
I know you guys are a little intense, though. It seems like you're almost quietly intense.
We just want them to do well. I think last year we installed the winning attitude within the guys that's coming back.
I think they can pull it out. That's all we need.
Anything that you would think needs to be changed? You feel they're playing the kind of game they should be playing right now?
No, I think they just got to keep doing what they're doing, take it to the inside, and hopefully just pull out a victory.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the game. Maybe we'll see you at the championship game tonight.
Right.
The three amigos of last year's state championship enjoying the moment here tonight. Back downstairs to Tom and Kenny.
Well, the Pirates trying to gather it back in, leading by 9. Their lead had been 15.
Well, you know, one thing I would be very interested to see if Michael Finley will stay at the University of Wisconsin. You know, there's a coaching change coming up in Wisconsin, and I'm wondering if Michael Finley will stay at Wisconsin.
Of course, that team last year was compared as the timeout called by Flowers. You couldn't find anybody open. Last year's team was compared with the Thornridge team of 20 years ago. The Thornridge team basically was the same team that repeated back-to-back. The last year of the single-class system, the first year of AA. The difference here with Proviso East is showing the strength of their program. Those are 3 outstanding players that were gone after last year's team.
Right, 3 outstanding players gone from last year's team, but they have several outstanding players on this year's team. Of course, Jamal Robinson is the leader, the 6'4.5" senior that will be playing basketball at Northern Illinois University, but you have guys like Ray Gay and Kenny Davis. Let's go into Westinghouse.
Looking for a double screen to get Kenny the ball wherever he can go, high or low. Corey, you take 2 steps and get yourself open here. Okay? Throw it wherever you have to throw it. Then we're running the palm. We want a good shot. Ready? Defense. Go. Eric.
Well, he wants Corey to get open. Then they're going to run a play called DePaul. That means losing the first round of the NCAA.
Oh, you.
See, I can say that because I used to coach there, see, so I can say that.
Meanwhile, remember, folks, the Proviso East is doing this and seeing their lead slip away with Robinson on the bench with 3 fouls. Late here in the 3rd period. 3-point good. Kenny Davis on the tray.
Oh, he's big time. He is big time.
His 3rd 3-pointer. He has 11, and the lead back up to double digits.
See, they're going to try to get the ball down low to David Greer.
Garris had a lane. Good job by Gay getting in there, but that's what Garris can do.
Yeah, especially when he's down that low. He's such a great athlete. He can jump around you, and that's exactly what he did.
He has 10 now. Davis is open. Can he get it again? No, air ball came underneath where Flowers' shot was blocked by Nicholas, who picked up the foul.
Yeah, Nicholas Call with a little bit of contact on the arm. Here's Kenny Davis. He'll tell you that's a pass, not a shot down low. And right there on the arm, Nicholas, a little bit too much on the arm.
Clearly got him on the forearm. 1:43 left in the 3rd period. A 10-point lead.
So, you know, Kenny Davis will tell you that was a pass. I guarantee you he'll say, well, I saw Flowers down low, so I gave him a nice, beautiful pass for the layup.
There's Kevin Jones, who got his first start today. Filling in for Gay, and he will go in replacing Bartholomew. Flowers will go to the free throw line. 47% on the year, 9 of 19 from the charity stripe. Now 9 for 20. Proviso East led at halftime by 10. That's their lead right now. He clanged them both. You get a Union card with free throws like those.
See, somebody had to step in. See, that's a good play.
Down inside. Weatherspoon is unlucky, but he is fouled, and they'll go to the line.
See, although Weatherspoon missed the layup, that was a good play by Proviso East. Someone has to step in and stop Garris. See right here, they come over and collapse. That's a good play by Ray Gay to stop Garris from driving, although he gets off a very, very good pass. But earlier in the ball game, the Pirates weren't stepping in, allowing Garris to go coast to coast. Give credit to Ray Gay. He stepped in, made Garris stop. He passes the ball to Weatherspoon, who will be at the line now for 2 free throws.
Weatherspoon now with 9. Westinghouse has been a more consistent team with him in the game. He started getting his playing time, remember now, when Deshaun Thomas became ineligible. Davis clears it up ahead to Gay. Down court to Jones. Oh, what a silky move coming out the other side. Ray Gay showing excellent mobility on that ankle. He has 8, and it's an 11-point lead. Just over a minute now for the third period. Garris over to Dooling from outside. And hauling down the strong rebound was Jones.
Kevin Jones has been very, very impressive, I think, for Proviso East.
Chandler was way out of control, and the turnover ignites another break for Westinghouse, and Weatherspoon finishes it off.
That's their kind of basketball, a 3-on-1 break. They fill the lane. Weatherspoon on the left side. Beautiful pass from David Greer.
He has 9. Proviso East lead is 9. Chandler finds Gay. The shot blocked from behind by Phillips. But it was Chandler who got the offensive bucket on the boards. Garris as they'll set up for the last shot. Garris, the leader rims off. And it's poked outside to Chandler. Down to Gay ahead of the pack. He missed the slam. Follow-up no for Jones. 2 seconds left. Ball stripped away from Weatherspoon by Davis. And Westinghouse will have 3/10 of a second to get a shot off.
3/10 of a second to go 90 feet. Actually just inbounded and hold it. Boy, I tell you what, Ray Gay just didn't get up quite far enough. I wonder if he was worried about that ankle.
Greer got the shot away in time and came very, very close indeed. 1 quarter left in our first semifinal game of the afternoon here in the AA State Finals. Proviso East leads by 11. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance. This game summary is brought to you by the Toyota dealers of Illinois. I love what you do for me, Toyota.
And let's face it, the game summary, the story of the game, Westinghouse did not make a field goal the first 6.5 minutes of this game. Garris has 10 points. Of course, Proviso East opened on an 11-1 run. And boy, I tell you, everything has been going Proviso East way. Good battle also between Davis and Garris. Davis 11 points, Garris 10 points.
Robinson got out of bounds as he was sandwiched by both Nicholas and Garris down there on the baseline as Robinson's back in the lineup. And again, he's playing with 3 fouls. So actually, Proviso East came off pretty good. With him on the bench, they didn't lose any of their lead. In fact, they increased the lead from halftime by a point. Poked away out of bounds from behind on Nicholas. It'll still be Warrior basketball.
Well, Bill Hitt has to be extremely happy that he can put his best player on the bench and not lose anything.
Shows you the depth of this team, this program. This has been a real team for Proviso East. Last year they had some great individual stars that played well together, but this team was really knitted together well.
Well, you know, a lot of people always say, well, you know, you have the 3 amigos, you have Robinson, you have Gay, you have Davis. Maybe we don't give enough credit to Bill Hitt as a coach.
Exactly.
He's the man that puts this thing together.
Bill Hitt, his program has lost only 5 of its last 122 ball games. Greer missing his first free throw attempt of the ball game. Proviso East has come back from some big deficits this year, too. I mean, that shows you the kind of team. They were down to Westinghouse by 14, trailed St. Joe's by 15, trailed New Trier by 16. Came back to win them all, obviously.
And we have a note from Michael Finley. He says he hasn't made up his mind whether he'll stay at Wisconsin or not. He expects the university will be further along in their search by Monday. He will keep his options open, make his decision based on the new coach and staff.
Pass too hot for Robinson to handle, but alertly picking it up was Flowers. Davis eyes the three. Yes, his fourth. And he has 14 points.
14 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. This young man is only 5'10", and that's stretching him a little bit.
Garris gets by Davis, had to alter his shot. He had a hand in his face. Scramble for the loose ball. Here is Davis again. 3 on 2, 4 on 2.
Lost control.
Loose ball picked up by Gay. Boy, Proviso East, the ball bouncing their way. Even when Westinghouse was outnumbered, Proviso East got a bit out of control. Proviso East still wound up having the ball come its way, and they got the 2. We've got a timeout, 6:20 remaining. One of your network sponsors, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin. Back to Westinghouse, 1977. How about 3 future NBA players? Eddie Johnson, Mark Aguirre, Skip Dillard. Warriors were undefeated, ranked number 2 in the state. They lost in the Public League Final to Phillips, which was ranked number 1 in the state. It was also undefeated. Just over 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Proviso East is up by 16. That's their biggest lead. Cobbins misses from the free throw line. And gathering it in is Bartholomew. They're on the break. Davis pulls up. Shot partially blocked. Gay can't hit the baseline jumper.
Everything going Proviso. Look at this. 4 opportunities.
Davis was in the tall trees, but Westinghouse comes away now. Cobbins. Westinghouse time to make one more run. Not with shots like that. Robinson goes to the baseline and hits it. Robinson getting his 11th on the post up.
Well, he set out most of the third quarter. Now he wants to come back in and pick up where he left off when he had to sit down.
Nothing but net on the free throw line jumper for David Greer, but Greer just barely getting into double figures now with 10.
The Pirates have done a great job keeping David Greer under control.
Bartholomew was open. The shot rimmed off. Ball tipped out front to Jenkins, but taken away by Greer. Greer over to Nicholas. It rims off, followed up nicely by Greer.
Maybe too little too late for Greer.
Ray Gay, and he is fouled by Greer.
Boy, if he has a bad ankle, maybe everybody should sprain their ankle. Ray Gay, 10 points off the bench. We didn't think he would start. Nice bust out to Gay. Last time he had a layup, he missed the dunk. This time he uses the backboard. Comes away with the layup. He's fouled by David Greer. As Bill hit and relax a little bit now, I think he knows that there's a very good chance that his team will be in the finals.
Gay 5 of 8 from the field. This is coming off the bench. He looks now for his 11th point of the ball game. I'll tell you who the most valuable player in this game is. It's the Proviso East trainer.
Yes. You get Gay now with 13 points and 1 rebound, and we didn't think he could play. I walked around the assembly hall with him this morning, and believe me, it was a very slow walk.
Driving inside, a bit out of control.
Whoa.
Robinson shot blocked, and Garris got the block and the steal. Down to Greer.
Showtime.
But he missed it. And that's the kind of afternoon it has been for the Warriors.
That could be the icing on the cake.
Oh, Davis had a notion for 3, brought it back out. Let's use some clock. They're under 4 minutes now for the fourth quarter. Proviso East leading by 17. In the middle to Robinson, and as the ball is stripped, he is hacked and fouled. Garris picks up the foul.
Garris picks up the foul, and boy, I tell you, here it is from the slam cam. Lost it on the way up. On the way up.
Like maybe he was indecisive as to what exactly to do.
No, I just think he lost it. It just slipped out of his hand. I think I'll go back to the new ball theory.
We may have to go to the physics lab here on the campus to get the final answer on the mystery of the new basketballs. Jamal Robinson, second team All-States, makes the free throw. He has 12. A lot of balanced scoring here for Proviso East. We've got Davis with 14, Gay with 13, Robinson with 11.
Lane violation for Westinghouse. I think they're saying that Greer stepped in too soon. That's a call you don't see too often. But everything going against Westinghouse and everything going the way of Proviso East.
Juwan Garris slips by nicely, but he wound up slamming down inside and drawing the charge. Taking the charge was Gay.
And see, that's what you have to do with Garris. If you allow him to drive, somebody has to step over. Now, I want you to watch Gay. See, he'll just stand right there, establish his position. Number 34, White, Ray Gay, establish his position. And when you let Garris drive like that, somebody has to have the heart and guts to take that charge.
Nice reverse dish to Robinson. It'll be Pirates ball, knocked out of bounds on the steal attempt by Juwan Garris. 3:25 remaining. Yes, a Mr. Robinson for the Pirates has been the heart and soul of their ball club this year.
Well, the basketball is always in his neighborhood.
And with good reason.
Oh, look at Davis.
Nice dish down inside. Stripped away from behind cleanly from Gay. Garris to the hoop. Blocked out of there by Robinson. Oh, my. And a pushing foul will be called in the scramble for the ball against Bartholomew.
Oh, Jamal Robinson. Here you have two All-State players. One going up, the other one coming down with the basketball. Great block by Jamal Robinson.
58-39. This now the biggest lead of the game for the Proviso East Pirates. One more look.
One more. Watch that block. Oh, that's just a great shot block there by Jamal Robinson. Nothing but basketball, no body.
Oh, pretty reverse layup by Greer. Tapped in. They'll give it to Nicholas.
Give the basket to number 40, Terrence Nicholas.
He has 6. Under 3 minutes. Well, the combination of Proviso East putting it all together and Westinghouse playing just a poor ball game. And
the start.
Yeah, the start. But they never really, you never sense them really totally getting into gear. At spurts they did. Robinson turns and fires, misses from 16. Nicholas looking for a cutter.
Well, all Westinghouse can do now is get a little rest and come back and try to take the third place trophy home to Chicago.
Miller missing from outside, and going to the hoop was Nicholas, and he was fouled by Robinson.
Well, Jamal Robinson is taking up a lot of real estate down low. He's putting his claim to that lane. Anybody coming in there will have to answer to Mr. Robinson, who picks up his 4th personal.
But with 2:09 left and your team up by 17, that 4th not nearly as crucial as the 3rd was.
Yeah. Now we have a shot from that block from the slam cam. Watch Garris going up hard and strong. And look at Robinson going up. Nothing but basketball. No body, no contact. Just a superb play by the All-Stater Jamal Robinson.
Terrence Nicholas clangs the free throw.
Pretty soon, I think Robinson, Gay, and Davis will take a seat. Let's face it, these guys have another basketball game to play, in about 7 hours.
And it's only against either Rockford, Boylan, or Peoria, Richwoods. Two outstanding teams that will square off a little bit after this one in the other semifinal contest. The foul out front called to Nicholas. Well, Kenny, if this Proviso East team didn't have respect earlier, I think yesterday beating a tough Collinsville ball club, and now, of course, this win here. Yeah. This team is for real.
Oh, no question about it. They came down here with a mission. The mission is to repeat. And they have all the T-shirts on. Mission to repeat.
I mean, look at the teams. The 2 wins over Leiden, 2 wins over Oak Park, beating Rock Island, avenging the loss last year, beating New Trier, beating South Shore, Westinghouse, St. Joseph's. And it's time to bring you our player of the game, brought to you by American Airlines and American Eagle. Something special in the air, and he has been special in today's game.
He really has. Kenny Davis, he's only 5'10", 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. 5'10" junior. Boy, I tell you, if you leave Kenny Davis open, he will bury that 3-point field goal as he does right there. Kenny Davis at the free throw line right now for his second free throw opportunity. Now has 16 points. Boy, but this young man has played one heck of a basketball game.
The ball lost.
You know Robinson wants to dunk this one.
Oh, Robinson taken down hard on the play by Richard Bibbs. But he comes right back up.
And you see Bibbs going over to apologize, saying, I was going for the basketball. Yeah, and again, like we said earlier, that you would think Robinson, Gay, Davis, these guys would come out. Boy, this is a real hard foul. And he's going for the basketball. He really does go for the basketball. Robinson comes down hard. Here it is again. You know Robinson wants to dunk this one. Going for the basketball is Billups, but Bibbs, he got a lot of Jamal Robinson.
Just a good hard play.
Yeah, after these 2 free throws, though, I think you got to get him out of there.
And indeed, getting over to the officials' bench across the way, Walter Flowers.
It's not coming in for Jamal. Coming in for Ray Gay.
Yeah, you got to get Gay to the bench right now.
Ray Gay, 13 points, deserves a lot of credit. Here's a young man we didn't think would play today.
The miracle of modern medicine. Robinson getting the free throw.
Okay.
That's Kevin Jones.
Kevin Jones will check in for Jamal Robinson.
Robinson looking for his 15th point of the ball game, right about his average. And he gets it. And Kevin Jones will come in to replace Jamal Robinson. One more step to climb for the undefeated Proviso East Ball Club. About to notch up their 32nd win of the season. Their 56th overall. And here's the break. Jenkins over to Davis. Tip in good by Jones.
This is a young man who has 11 points and 7 rebounds. He's never started a game until today.
Proviso East, who beat Westinghouse by 3 back in late December at Proviso West tournament, has opened up a 23-point lead.
Well, the Warriors of Westinghouse, when you get out of that tough Chicago Public League, that's an accomplishment within itself. So now they'll just come back tonight at 6:30 and play for the 3rd place game and try to take the 3rd place trophy back to the city of Chicago.
Hey, they only beat Taft and King to get here. A tremendous accomplishment. That Chicago Public League this year, as strong as it's been in years.
And again, the Warriors have nothing to be ashamed about. Let's face it, you're playing the state's #1 ranked team in Proviso East.
Of course, Proviso East, they're battle-scarred too, coming out of that York sectional. Featured St. Joe's and Oak Park, Proviso West.
Well, Bill Hitt, I was at his practice the other day. He was telling me last year they put people away by 15 or 20 points. This year they're getting by 2-point wins, 5-point wins, 7-point wins. He's going to get his 20-point win tonight.
Bibbs getting his first point of the ball game. And now coming in for the Pirates is Dante Parker, the 6-foot sophomore. And he'll replace Jenkins. And we are told this is the most lopsided AA semifinal game since Quincy beat Wheaton Central in '81, 65-34. Fisher missing that shot. just over a minute left to go. All the way to the hoop. Scored for Miller. Terrence Horton, 5'8" senior.
Let everybody get in, get a chance to say they played on the big floor.
40 seconds.
They're dancing in the streets of Maywood.
Miller missing that from outside. Inside, score it. And that will be Gathings. And a timeout called by Proviso East with 23.4 seconds left. We will take a break as well. Proviso East with a big lead. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
I lent my car to my brother, and he demolished it. 2 years old, didn't have a scratch. Funny, about a month before my agent had recommended this extra keeper coverage, $21 more a year. I remember thinking, well, I probably don't need it, but if you think so, it turns out they gave me a brand new car. This year's model.
Country Companies. It's nice to know when it matters most. The country is behind you.
Guess it's just a matter of trust.
Saw our A championship in three-point shooting, and between ball games here we'll have the slam dunk championships. You see the finalists for both A and AA, 4 in each, and they'll put on their best here for the crowd at the Assembly Hall. All part of the big Happening 92 weekend here. March Madness, America's original March Madness here at the Assembly Hall, which has since been borrowed by the big guys. Proviso East 64-47, and yes, they are going to the title game for the second straight year. Proviso East looking for its 4th state championship. It's all over, 64-47. Proviso East will play for the right to defend its 1991 state championship. It perhaps was not the close battle many thought it would be. But of course, with Westinghouse not getting a field goal for the first 6 minutes and 40 seconds of the ball game, Proviso East jumping out to an 11-1 lead, opening up a 10-point halftime lead, and even with Robinson on the bench in the third quarter, increased that lead by 1 going into the fourth quarter, and they just opened it up. In the final quarter.
I think that was the key. You know, Robinson gets into foul trouble, had to sit down most of the third quarter, and East not only maintains their big lead, but they increase it by 1. I really think that's the key to the basketball game, as Joe Passion has Bill Hitt and a happy Kenny Davis.
All right, thank you very much, Kenny. We have another very happy Kenny over here. Kenny Davis, 16 points tonight, and led the way, I think, at both ends of the floor. How does it feel to get back to a championship flavor you tasted last year?
It feels real good. You know, we got a chance to do something that last year's team didn't do. Well, we did already. We went through the regular season undefeated, and now we got a chance to repeat.
Bill, I know, of course, every game is important to you, but what relief comes with getting into the championship game for you?
You know, I don't know. I don't even think about that. I truly don't. It's a great pleasure to be here, and of course we're thrilled that we won, but we've really worked at one game at a time, and I know this streak thing keeps mounting, but you know, right now all we need to do is get focused to play a quality team in a championship game.
Congratulations, both of you. We'll see you in the championship game tonight.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you very much, Bill and Kenny, and we, of course, will have more on today's game and preview the next coming semifinal game, and then, of course, still to come, the Class A Slam Dunk Contest. We'll have that for you and lots more from Assembly Hall, and we'll return with more of that from here right after these messages from our local stations.
And welcome back at the Assembly Hall, where Proviso East has earned a berth in the finals with a 64-47 win over Westinghouse. Let's take a look now at the stats from this ball game. The stats brought to you by Milk. It does a body good, and by the people who produce milk, the dairy farm families of Illinois and Wisconsin.
But you look at Proviso East, 41% from the field. Westinghouse just 33%. They never got on track. Of course, rebounding 40-37. 11 turnovers for East, but that didn't hurt the victorious Pirates today.
Proviso East getting some great balanced scoring. One of your network sponsors is American Airlines and American Eagle.
Herrick and Tim Flucky of Mount Sterling, Brown County. That's the order in which they will compete. There will be 3 dunks, and the total score will determine the winner. Our first competitor is Tyrone Nesby.
Welcome back down to the floor of Assembly Hall as we get set for the boys Class A slam dunk semifinals, and this will lead into a championship dunkster. And leading off from Carroll High School is Tyrone Nesby. He is just a freshman. The 3 judges are Mike Golston of Alina Bluff High School, Kim Whittington of Toluca, and Danny McCarthy of Ottawa Marquette. Now, these 3 judges will be judging based upon 3 criteria: creativity, impact of the dunk, and a make or miss. The players can get 0 to 4 points for a miss, 5 to 10 for a make. Here is Kevin Ross of Marshall. Almost all these 4 finalists are 2 and 3 sport athletes. Coming up next is Brian Banning of Houghton Herrick High School. Brian had some spectacular dunks in the finals that were played on Thursday evening. Goes up and goes down.
And our final competitor in the first round is Tim Flucky of Mount Sterling, Brown County.
This will be Tim Flucky of Mount Sterling High School in Brown County. He'll be going to Mankato State in Minnesota on a basketball scholarship. And lights up the crowd somewhat here with his dunk. Tyrone Nesby, Kevin Ross, Brian Banning, and Tim Flucky.
First competitor, Tyrone.
They will get 3 shots here to go up and show their stuff. Here again is the talented sophomore out of Cairo High School, Tyrone Nesby. A high jumper and a triple jumper in track, and almost jumped high enough to get that to go in on a 360, but he comes up short.
For his second dunk.
Second time around now for Kevin Ross of Marshall High School, all-conference pitcher on the baseball team, a great golfer, and he'll be going to Millikan College. And he gets a one-handed jam in there. That was Kevin Ross.